purpose of this, I'm just going to use a piece of stabilizer to stitch on, and I'm actually starting with a piece of bias cut silk organza here. I'm going to even that end up. And then I'm going to be starting right square in the center, lower my needle into the machine, into the fabric, and then pinch it, squeeze it, take my stitch space. Now I'm going to use this part of my hand right here to actually manipulate this underneath what I'm pleating. So I'm holding my fabric with my fingers, but I'm using the back side of my fingers to move my piece of stabilizer around because I want to stitch in a spiral. So every time I take a stitch in a space, I'm going to turn my base fabric around. You kind of have to hold your mouth right to do this because the fabric wants to crawl back in underneath the needle. And you might accidentally stitch into it. That's okay, just cut it out because you know what? Flowers can look very natural that way. You know where a little bug might have had a bit of lunch? There'll be a little bit missing, so don't worry about that. Just keep on going. And we just keep going around and working as far as you want, make your flower as big as you want it to be. After a little while it begins to get unwieldy. You don't feel like you can do anymore. But you can get surprisingly a lot of stuff in there. The thinner the fabric and the softer the fabric, the easier this actually is to do. The silk organza is a little crisp, but it makes a really pretty flower, so I wanted to show you. Okay, I think I'm going to have to stop right about here. Get the needle out of the fabric, raise the presser foot, pull it off to the side, clip my thread, and look what I've made. Doesn't that look like a carnation? Now, what's fun to do with this is you can just cut that fabric off right there, just finish it up, and then you can see how we've stitched in a spiral. You can just cut your stabilizer away, and then you'll have this pretty little flower, and you can glue it to a leaf. There you go. Pin it to your lapel, and you have made a sassy flower.